In every courtroom, there comes a moment when excuses end and reality speaks louder than words. Today, we're watching the moments where parents walked in ready to argue, but Judge Vonda B gave answers so clear, there was nothing left to say.
You all may be seated. Mr. Walker, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Thank you, Your Honor. For the past year, I have been paying child support to my ex-wife, Jennifer. Currently, our daughter is in my mother's custody, and I'm bringing this case.
Wait, why is...
It was initially in my custody, but before this year, I was a teacher, and I got promoted to principal. But I'm now working at a school that's on the other side of town. I wanted to make sure that my daughter stayed in the school that she's in because she has been there for the past 4 years. And I wanted to make sure that, well, she's been in that district for the past 4 years, and I wanted to keep her development because I agree with the education plan that they have there. So I took the job because it was more money and it was a better career for me. And
more money? Should you be paying more in child support then?
Well,
you're making more money?
Well, I think that I should be paying my mother the child support. Currently, I'm paying my ex-wife the child support, and I have no idea where those funds are going.
How much do you pay in child support?
$500 a month.
Okay. Continue.
And so she's in my mother's custody.
All right, guys, buckle up for this one, because today's case is a perfect example of what happens when reality collides with responsibility. We've got Mr. Green, who walked into this courtroom fully expecting to receive child support from his wife, only for Judge Vonda B to immediately make it clear that is not how this works. And trust me, what follows is a full-on educational moment wrapped in a reality check. As the layers peel back, we start to see the real issue isn't just about child support. It's about accountability, employment, and someone who might...
You cannot control yourself. Understood?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. You may continue.
So ultimately, the main goal of this case is that I want to move the child support from my ex-wife and then start
rightfully so. There's no reason she should still be getting any type of child support payments. Ma'am.
Than prepared. This case isn't just legal. It's personal, emotional, and at times, unbelievable. Let's get into it. Clip. When Judge asks who the children actually live with, everything becomes painfully clear. Mr. Green is trying to request child support even though he's the non-custodial parent. And that's not about feelings, it's about legal definition. Whoever the children live with most of the time is the one who receives support because they carry the majority of daily care.
Ms. Walker, have you been reallocating these payments that you're receiving from Mr. Walker to his mother?
Yes, Your Honor. I have receipts. I have everything. I've been taking care of my child.
What type of receipts are you talking about?
Receipts for me buying her food, clothes,
okay,
shoes.
That's called parenting. That's not child support.
Well, I'm using his money for the kid.
But the child does not live with you, correct?
Because of him.
That wasn't my question. The child does not live with you, correct?
Yes, that's correct, Judge.
Okay.
Back and says, no, your judge. It shows confusion about how custody works. Not defiance, just misunderstanding. But watch the judge's tone here. She's not attacking. She's grounding him. If the kids live with her, support flows to her. And the moment she asks if he has common sense, the whole courtroom shifts. That's the judge making sure he understands what's at stake, not just for him, but for his kids. Clip. This is where the emotional temperature changes. Mr.
That's what I do, Judge. I'm an office manager right now.
Okay. And how much is it that you make a year?
Maybe about $70,000.
$70,000. Okay.
And I'm also a single mother.
Okay. Well, congratulations. There are a lot of single mothers in this world. So that's not information that we need in terms of calculating child support, okay? How many children do you have?
I have a total of 3. I have 1 with Mr. Walker, and I have 2 with my previous husband.
Okay. That he's a mechanic, but not just any mechanic. He works on mechanical bulls. And his argument is that because this is a niche skill, he can't just go work on cars or find similar employment. But the judge zeroes in on the core issue. The children still need support, regardless of his preferred job market. It's a hard moment, because we can see he's not trying to run from responsibility. He just feels boxed in. But the truth is, parenting doesn't freeze when work...
Oh, this is what we're going to do. You said you make $70,000 a year. Does that include any overtime or anything?
That includes overtime. Yes, it does.
Okay. Okay. So I have your gross at $5,833.33. Now, after taxes are taken out, that comes down to $4,625.06. Who pays health insurance for the child?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, how much is health insurance?
For the past year, I've been paying $50.
The judge pushes him to broaden what work means right now. It's not about pride. It's survival for his family. This is the first moment where it becomes obvious. This case isn't about law. It's about reality. Clip. Then comes the part that really stuns the courtroom. He reveals that he quit his job right before filing for divorce. Now, whether he intended it or not, that timing suggests he believed reducing his income would prevent child support obligations. And judges see this all
A month.
Okay. How often are you paid?
I get paid once a month.
So $25 a month, okay. And then you said you have 2 other children
And I
one
pay
child.
mortgage and car note. And
Ma'am, he has the same expenses. That means nothing to me. Ms. Walker, your child support is going to be set at $707.28. That includes the $682.28 for child support and $25 for health insurance. Mr. Walker, your $500 payments will be reallocated to your mother. And as I stated, Ms. Walker, that $707.28 will go directly to his mother as well, since that is who the child is living with. Am I right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, is there anything else from either of you?
When a relationship breaks, some parents try to reduce financial responsibility by reducing earnings. But the law isn't built on the income you choose. It's built on the income you are capable of earning. The judge connects those dots immediately. She's not angry. She's exposing the pattern. And the moment she asks, "You really thought she was going to pay?" is when everything hits him at once. This is where accountability stops being theoretical. Clip. This final ruling is where everything...
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay. Ms. Moore,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my husband, or I'm sorry, ex-husband, we have a mutually beneficial agreement with our children where he keeps them at night and I keep them during the day.
Okay.
But my job no longer allows me to stay home with them during the day, and I would like for them to go to daycare now during the day, and he does not want them to.
Okay. How old are the children?
2 years and 18 months.
Okay. And you already picked out the daycare you want them to go to and everything like
Yes.
that? How much is it?
It is $500 a month
$500 for both children?
for one child, so it's $1,000 a month for both children.
Oh, okay.
It's a nationally accredited daycare.
Okay. That's not bad for 2 kids. What's your opposition to that?
All right, guys, buckle up, because this case is a perfect example of how co-parenting agreements can fall apart the moment real life changes. Here, we have a mother who just wants to put her 2 toddlers in daycare so she can return to work, and a father who says the kids should stay with family because he believes daycare is full of germs. Now, on the surface that sounds like just a disagreement. But watch closely, this isn't really about daycare. It's about control, communication, and what happens when 2 people are still emotionally reacting to each other instead of working together.
I was invited, but I don't really want my kids in that daycare. I don't want to be in that
What's
daycare.
wrong with the daycare?
They're full of germs. For starters,
this courtroom is full of germs.
okay, but children germs, they're next level.
Okay, do they disinfect the daycare?
I don't know that.
They do.
Right, you don't know. So you haven't even had the opportunity, you haven't taken the opportunity to try to do any kind of research.
Okay.
But the fact that there are germs at the daycare, I mean, that's not a good enough reason why you don't want them in there.
I would rather them be with family, people we know.
Okay, I mean,
And Judge Vonda B is about to step in and force some clarity where there is none. Clip. This moment tells us everything. He's rejecting daycare, but notice, he hasn't actually evaluated it, didn't attend the tour, didn't ask questions, didn't research. In family court, judges look for effort, not feelings, not assumptions. And right now, the father's position is based entirely on fear, not facts. When he says the daycare is full of germs, he's expressing anxiety, not evidence. And yes, caring parents work.
that's a valid point.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes.
I'm a doctor. I'm around germs all day. This
Okay.
is one reason that we did not work out.
It's a big problem.
My ex-husband is a germaphobe, and he feels like if the children aren't kept in a bubble basically all day, that something terrible is going to happen to them. But that's no reason. That's no way for these kids to live. And I have to go save lives every day, while he just sits in his living room, hermetically sealed off living room.
That's dramatic.
Well, it's not that dramatic. What's dramatic is he wouldn't even show up for this.
Court must ask, is this decision being made for the children or to maintain comfort and control? Parenting is not about shielding children from the world. It's about preparing them to live in it. Clip. When the mother explains that he's a germaphobe and has been trying to keep the children in an almost bubble environment, it reveals a deeper dynamic. One parent is making decisions rooted in practicality and the other in fear. The court has to consider development, socialization, learning routines, emotional growth, not just physical safety.
To be around a family member and everything like that. However, age 2 years old, and what was the other age?
18 months.
18 months. I mean, it's nothing wrong with them going to school already. You do want them to start learning a lot of things. You just do. There are some things that you guys are not going to be able to teach them at home. Not that you can't, it's just you may not have the time to do it. So I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea, but I do think it's a good idea for you to go and speak to the teachers, look around the daycare, see about the cleanliness of it and everything like that. And you guys should just work together and co-parent. So,
Action, structure, and experience. And more importantly, notice what the judge is doing. She's listening, but she's also assessing who is being reasonable. Reasonableness wins in family court more often than emotion. Clip. Here, Judge Vonda is laying out the core legal principle. The court favors shared responsibility and balanced parenting whenever possible. Notice she doesn't force one parent's approach on the other. Instead, she suggests compromise.
nobody should pay child support in this type of situation. But what I will do to make sure that daycare does get paid is that you guys split it. So $1,000, you pay $500, you pay $500. And it's going to go through the Attorney General of Texas. And that's just the best way to do it, because that at least ensures that the children's daycare is paid for month to month.
Oh, okay, but now I'm paying for the daycare that I don't want them to go to, and I have them at night. She's supposed to be responsible for the day. If they were in night care, I would pay for it, and I just don't see how this is fair. She makes 3 times as much money as I do.
Right, but you guys have been splitting the children. Right?
Visit the daycare, judge it himself, understand it. This is a subtle teaching moment. She isn't just ruling, she's guiding. Family court isn't always about winners and losers. Sometimes it's about pushing 2 people to act like parents again instead of opponents. Clip. The father's frustration here is real. He feels like he's paying for something he doesn't believe in. But watch how Judge Vonda responds. She brings numbers, not emotion. She flips the conversation to income.
Right? You've been splitting the children, and it's not a bad idea. And honestly, that's a very reasonable cost for 2 children at a daycare, because a lot of times, especially the younger a child is, the 18-month-old, it could be more expensive than that. And I think that's fair. Or, I could base, let me see, how much money you make a year? Let's see. Your document says $62,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like for me to base child support that you pay her off of $62,000 a year? Because I can assure you it will be more than $500.
Then no.
Okay, well, in that case, is there anything further between either
No,
of you?
Your Honor. Thank you.
That'll be all? That'll be all from you?
Court guidelines, and legal obligation. When she says, "Would you like for me to calculate support off your $62,000 income?" she's reminding him that the current arrangement is actually saving him money. This is the moment the emotional argument collapses under practical reality. Sometimes fairness isn't about what feels equal. It's about what aligns with law and responsibility. Clip. So in the end, the judge maintains.
All rise. Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1085, Faye Foster case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Faye Foster?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, Judge, sir, ma'am, you know, my daughter who I love dearly, but she is one lazy, sorry, using person.
What did
You know
she
what I'm
do?
saying? So, she didn't have to, I let her move into my house 3 years ago, and she got 2 twin boys. She does nothing to support. Our agreement was that she would pay $400.
We never had no agreement. We ain't never had no agreement.
Excuse me.
Hold on 1 second, Miss Faye Foster. Excuse me. We will not have any outbursts like that.
We just gonna sit here and let her say whatever she wants to say.
I'm just going to sit here and let her say what she wants to while I'm speaking to her. And when it's your turn, I will allow you the opportunity to do the same thing. There will be no more outbursts. We're clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay.
This isn't just a child support case. It's the breaking point of a 3-year struggle between a mother and daughter. The grandmother says she has been raising her 2 grandsons entirely on her own, feeding them, taking them to school, handling activities, and paying for their health insurance, all while living on a fixed income. The daughter argues that she returned home because a divorce destroyed her finances and stability. Judge Vonda B immediately sets order in the courtroom, reminding both sides that emotions can be understood, but decisions will be made based on responsibility, consistency, and who has actually been parenting these children on a daily basis.
That she would pay $400 a month, plus she would pay $275 a month, so I put her kids in insurance.
Okay.
And since she's been there, she's maybe giving me a total in 3 months of $200. It's always some excuse why she couldn't pay. And I told her, I'm on a fixed income, you know, and I'm doing all this for you and the kids. I'm buying the food, paying the electricity, you know. I'm the one get up and take them to school in the morning while she sleep, you know, and she has a job. Plus she does braiding people's hair on the weekend.
Where does she work? What does she do?
She works at a telecommunication company.
Okay.
And I think she said she's a customer service somebody thing, but she braids
The grandmother explains that they agreed the daughter would contribute $400 in rent and $275 for insurance. But across 3 months, she has only paid $200 total. Meanwhile, the grandmother is covering essentials like food, utilities, school transportation, routines, and activities. The daughter is employed and also earns money braiding hair on weekends. Yet the household support has not reflected that. In family court, the judge looks for patterns, not promises. And right now, every pattern points to the grandmother carrying nearly the entire load.
In the home, do you know how much money she makes roughly on average a month?
Well, I know she charges about $300 to $400 depending on the length of your hair. Mm-hmm. And she normally on the weekend do at least 3 to 4 heads.
Okay.
So I would say on the average, if we just do the lower end of it, she probably works about $1,200 on a Saturday. And sometimes she does it on Sunday, but most of the time it's on Saturday, all day Saturday.
So about $1,200 every week.
Right. Uh-huh.
Okay.
The grandmother describes the daughter's braiding work, explaining that she charges around $300 to $400 per client and regularly works several clients on weekends. Even if exact numbers vary, the court sees this as consistent earning capacity. The law does not require a formal paycheck to recognize income. If someone provides a service for payment on a recurring basis, that income can legally be included when calculating child support.
Keep going. Continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Continue.
Okay, so I told her, I said, well, you can give me some of that, you know, to help out and on you living here and me taking care of the kids, and I'm using the gas to go take them to their soccer practice and to their football practice. And she tells me, you their grandmother, you supposed to do that.
Oh.
And I told her, I ain't supposed to do a darn thing. I ain't had no twins.
Okay.
You know, but I love my grandkids, so I hate for them to be without just because their mama is trifling.
Okay. All right. So we're going to not name call either, okay?
An important detail comes out. The daughter uses the grandmother's home, electricity, and food supplies to host her braiding clients, without contributing financially to the household. That means the grandmother is effectively supporting not only the children, but also the daughter's business operations. Courts look closely at whether someone is benefiting from a household without contributing to it, because that directly impacts fairness and financial responsibility.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. Now, how old are the twins?
The twins are 10.
All right. And you said they're boys?
They're boys, 2 boys.
All right. Are they involved in any kind of extracurricular activities?
Yes, they play football and they play soccer and basketball.
All right. And does mom help out with any of that?
No. She always said, well, go ahead and pay their fees and I give it back to you. But I never get it back.
She lives in the home. Does she actually live there, or does she just sleep there and she lives somewhere else?
No, she lives there and she sleeps somewhere else. Every night, But that's why she's supposed to be paying me $400 for them to live there.
Okay.
Because she got put out.
When the daughter responds, "You're the grandmother, you're supposed to," it reveals a major misunderstanding. Legally, grandparents do not have a duty to raise grandchildren. Any care they provide is voluntary. When voluntary help becomes full-time parenting, the court recognizes a shift in responsibility. Right now, the grandmother is the person consistently providing daily care, which means she is acting in the parental role, regardless of titles.
Well, I don't know if I can make her. I can only do what the law allows, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, let me ask you a question about the living arrangements.
Yes.
You said this was supposed to be temporary?
It was supposed to be temporary until she found her a place to stay that they can afford. But it's been 3 years, and I don't think she's looking for any place to stay, Your Honor.
All right.
I don't think she has looked at all. And she keeps saying, well, I don't have the money to get a place that's nice enough for me and the boys and that I can afford. And then people want a high deposit and all this kind of stuff. So, I'm like, okay, but I need you to help out, and that's fine because you can't live nowhere else for $400.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right. Is there anything?
The arrangement was originally meant to be temporary, but now it has lasted 3 years. In family court, time matters. Stability, routine, and consistency determine what is in the children's best interest. The grandmother has established all 3. Whether or not this was the original plan, the reality is that she has become the primary caregiver, and the court is obligated to protect the stability she provides.
I mean, what's all that about? The huffing, puffing? And...
Because she's lying. She's telling half-truths and sitting over there in her Christian outfit like everything she's saying is the gospel. Yes, me and my children did move in with her 3 years ago, but what she didn't say was, it's because I had a tragic divorce with my ex-husband who her and her church members just wanted me to marry this guy because he was so churchly and good, and he ended up being the devil. And in our divorce, he wiped us clean.
Okay.
And my credit was messed up. He took all the money and he left, and he did all of that, and so it left us devastated. So my mother said that it was cool for us to come and stay with her while I get things together, and
so let me
get back on our feet.
I understand all of that, but let me ask you a question. Just to fill in the gaps, right? So is it true what she said that you're supposed to give her $400?
No, that was never an agreement.
Okay, hold on. So was there any agreement for you to give her any money to financially support your children?
She said to...
No, that was a yes or no.
Not in that way.
The daughter explains that her divorce left her emotionally and financially overwhelmed. Her pain is real, and the judge acknowledges that. But in family court, emotional hardship does not replace responsibility. Children cannot be put on hold while a parent recovers. The judge must now focus on what structure, support, and stability the children need today, not what their mother hopes to achieve later.
Dollar amount of being able to help is just do what you can when you can.
So was there ever an agreement for it to be a temporary situation?
Well, yes.
You'd agree with me that 3 years is no longer temporary, right?
I would say it's no longer temporary, but in the moments where I would say, you know what, I'm gonna do what I can to see what I can to get it was her, the one that was talking about, oh, that's not a good place for my grandbabies. You don't need to take them over there. And, I worry about y'all safety over there, and that's too far, and that'll be taking them out of their environment.
So are you, and please just stop beating on the table.
Sorry.
All of that is not
sorry.
necessary. I can assure you it's
sorry.
not.
Just emotional a little bit.
I understand. Y'all need to calm down, all right?
I can't believe I'm even here. This is ridiculous.
Well, this is where you come when you want some relief, when you are wanting certain things to happen. You come to court to take care of it. It's unfortunate that the two of you couldn't work it out because you're mother and daughter, but this is where you come, right? So do you have any intentions of moving out and taking your children, or are you going to move out yourself and leave the children with her?
The turning point arrives when the judge asks whether the daughter plans to move out with her children or leave them with the grandmother. The daughter says she intends to move out first and come back for the children later. That statement confirms that the grandmother is currently providing the children's primary care. Legally, child support follows the person who is actually raising the children, and that person is the grandmother.
ASAP, because this is ridiculous. I can't even believe you brought me in here with this
When you
foolishness.
say ASAP, do you mean that you're going to leave court today and go find somewhere?
I mean, no, I'm gonna have to get on my hustle, to try and figure out, where I'm gonna go and, what I'm gonna do and how much is that gonna take.
What are we looking
to
at
get
in
that far.
timeline? Because we know the boys are going to stay with her when this happens. So timeline, give me a reasonable timeline that you're talking about doing this.
Within the next 2 months, I would say.
2 months, okay. Yeah. That's exactly what.
The daughter says she needs 2 months to figure out her living situation, but she offers no timeline, no location, no financial plan, and no childcare arrangement. Courts cannot base decisions on hopes or future intentions. They are required to protect the stability that exists right now. The children need consistency today, not eventually.
Average then, on a monthly basis, how much money do you say you bring in from braiding hair?
I would say monthly, I would say $1,200.
Monthly, $1,200?
Yes, because I
And
don't
you
get,
do
I don't
3
get
or 4
heads.
heads?
I don't get heads all the time. And some of the people she see me braid is like some of my girlfriends who, if I braid their hair, they'll do my nails or they'll do my lashes or, they'll grab my kids from school for me if I need them to. It's like we help each other out. So I'm not always getting money.
Do I look like I was
paid.
born yesterday?
No.
Right. So you want me to sit here and believe that braiding hair and you're charging how much per head?
It just depends. I mean, shorter ones, 80, longer ones, like 250.
That's not what she says. And she lives in a house
But she's not.
with
She's
you.
not working with my clientele, and it really.
So you don't tell her how much you get paid?
No, because she really huff and puff around the house, and really the only reason we here because my boyfriend Tank Daddy, who she was dating, broke up with her.
The daughter tries to minimize her braiding income by claiming it is inconsistent or exchanged through favors. But legally, labor exchange for value still counts as income. If someone is regularly providing a service, the court considers that earning capacity when determining child support. The judge is not evaluating excuses. She is evaluating ability.
You know what? That's none of my business too, but let me tell you what is my business. I have your gross calculated at $3,283. That $1,200 that you just testified to, I'm deeming that as income in addition to what you make monthly. So that's how I got to that number, $3,283. That brings your net to $2,798. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right number. Yes, $2,798.18. Do you have any other children outside of the 2 boys?
No, I do not.
Okay, and you're also going to pay for health insurance reimbursement to your mom. So monthly child support comes out to $699, was $670. We're going to round it up. Plus, you have to do a reimbursement. Let me just make sure I don't go over the legal amount because they can't be over 3%. So $2,798.18 times 3%. So your health insurance reimbursement to mom, although you pay $275, according to the law, it can't be, the health insurance amount that she reimburses you cannot be more than 3%. So that caps at about $84. So $670 plus $84 is $754.
The judge calculates the daughter's total income, including her regular employment and her braiding work, and sets child support at $670 monthly, plus $84 in insurance reimbursement, totaling $754 per month. When the daughter reacts, the judge reminds her that these are her children, not her mother's, and she has a responsibility to support them. This is not punishment. It is financial fairness based on who is actually doing the parenting.
That's how much you'll pay your mom a month.
$700.
$754
Your
exactly.
breakup. That's what
No,
this is
because
about.
you need to
This
pay
is
for
what
your
this
own
is about.
children, ma'am.
This is what this is
Excuse me, I'm speaking. It's $754. It's what's in the best interest of the children. These are your children, not your mother's children. These are her grandchildren. And I went ahead and paid child support because based on your testimony, you'll be moving out in a couple of months anyway. So there we are. Do you have any other questions?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, thank you, Your Honor, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
In the end, the court simply matched responsibility to reality. The grandmother has been raising these children, and the daughter must now contribute financially. This decision wasn't emotional or personal. It was about stability, fairness, and the best interests of the children. If this case resonated with you, make sure to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more real courtroom moments where responsibility is brought to the surface.
You all may be seated. Miss Wilson, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, I would like an increase in my financial support.
Okay. And your financial support or support for your children?
Support for the children.
Okay. Mr. Wilson, please.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it, okay? Do not address her. I'm talking to her. You will have your opportunity to speak, okay?
Yes,
Thank
Your
you. Go ahead.
As I was saying.
All right, guys, buckle up, because from the very first moment in this hearing, you're going to feel the confusion, the frustration, and the emotional chaos surrounding this case. What begins as a simple request for child support quickly turns into a messy mix of excuses, distractions, and personal storytelling that feels more like a social media rant than a legal discussion. And in family court, clarity matters. Judges need structure, facts, and responsibility, not noise. So as we go through this, pay close attention to how the judge reacts every time the conversation starts to drift. Because often,
I'm already receiving child support, yes, but
Okay.
I would like an increase for our children.
Okay, how many children do you all have?
2.
And how much are you receiving at this time?
$1,500 a month.
$1,500 a month, okay. And you believe that you're warranted an increase? Like, did he come into some money that you know about?
As a matter of fact, he did.
Okay, how do you know?
His secretary kind of told me.
His secretary told you?
Yes.
Did she tell you something or did you ask her to look for you?
No, honestly, she just brought it to my attention.
Sounds like you need a new secretary. She's just telling your ex-wife all of your business?
I don't know what she's talking about.
It's his ex-lover.
Ex-lover, okay. We're not gonna get into all of that.
in cases like this isn't just what is being said, but what is being avoided. Clip. What we're seeing here is something that happens a lot in family court. One parent asks for support, but instead of explaining their current situation, their expenses, and their child's needs, they begin talking about dreams, lifestyle, and public image. Notice how he references YouTube, social media, future income, and personal branding. None of that matters here. The court is only focused on one thing: whether the child has what they need today. Judges need concrete numbers, not promises. And every
Well, I have an interest in an oil and gas, 2 oil and gas partnerships.
Okay.
But really, it's been a dud. We hadn't made any money until the last year we made some money.
What's some money?
I don't know how much the partnership made, but I received a $50.
Let me ask this question. When I ask a question, just answer it.
Yes, Your
I don't
Honor.
need all the extra.
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money are we talking about?
Well, the partnership itself made about $3 million.
$3 million?
But I
Okay.
received $50,000 distribution.
Now we're getting to it. You received
Well,
50?
I didn't receive $50,000. $50,000.
Did you come
talking about music careers and online followers weakens credibility. The judge is listening, but not impressed. Clip. Right here, there is a critical shift. The more he speaks, the more it becomes clear that he sees child support as something optional, something tied to his success, his schedule, his projects. But child support does not wait for your career to take off. It is based on current reality, not future potential. When he says he is working on something, the judge hears.
Tell me what's up with the $50,000?
Well, the partnership paid a debt of mine in the amount of $50,000.
Okay, so your partnership paid a debt of $50,000. What debt was that?
It was to the IRS.
Okay, all right. So you know that we could deem that as income, right? For
No,
purposes
Your
of
Honor.
calculating your child support.
But I didn't even receive, it didn't even touch my bank account.
It doesn't have to touch your bank account. And under Texas law, I could deem that $50,000 as income, although it's not income producing. What else? Where else you work?
Well, I'm an attorney,
Okay. What type of law do you practice?
criminal law.
Criminal law. All right. How much money you make there?
Well, it ebbs and flows.
Well, answer the question, Mr. Wilson.
I make about I bring home about $80,000.
All right. Let me look at.
Needs are not your priority. And this is where the emotional weight hits, because children do not get to pause hunger, clothing needs, or medical care while a parent figures things out. The court's job is to ensure the child is stable, even if the parent is not. Clip. This moment shows the judge's patience being tested. Notice how the conversation keeps drifting from hobbies to equipment to unrelated problems. When you come into court without preparation, without documents, and without a clear plan,
Because your income did increase from the time that you all got a divorce.
Can I say something?
Can you ask me the question without wasting my time? Can you do that?
I saw on her Instagram that she goes on a lot of trips. I just think this extra
That-
money just
no.
gonna go to these trips. I really don't think it's gonna go
Look,
to
wait,
anything
wait.
related.
That is not true.
Excuse me.
That is not true.
Excuse me.
You need to stop it.
Excuse me.
I can
Both
show
of
you
you
the
need to
Instagram.
stop it. Both
It's
of you need
Instagram,
to
it's
stop
fake.
it. Excuse me. When I talk, the two of you be quiet. Now I see why y'all got a divorce. Y'all cannot get along.
No, we
But
got
listen
divorced
to
'cause he
this.
cheated.
No, let me tell you about
cheated.
this. I don't care if he cheated. I do not care about her Instagram. All I care about is the money that you've made to make sure that your children are taken care of.
the judge has no choice but to step in and regain control. The law cannot operate on confusion. And in child support cases, clarity is compassion, because the child deserves consistency. At this point, the judge isn't just evaluating finances. They're evaluating responsibility, focus, and maturity. And right now, those qualities are not shining. Clip. This section reveals the heart of the issue. He believes that helping occasionally, being emotionally present,
According to the documents that your CPA produced, your income went up. Therefore, your children are entitled to an increase. So, final child support amount, $2,233.50. Is there anything further from either of you?
No, ma'am, that'd be great.
Thank you. Anything further, Mr. Wilson?
I guess not, Your Honor.
Well, I guess you all are dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you.
dreams for the future is the same as providing consistent support. But the court sees a different reality, a child who needs stability today. Support is not about who loves the child more. It's about ensuring there is food, housing, clothes, schooling, medical care, and emotional structure. When a parent resists accountability, the child becomes the one who suffers. And this is why the judge is preparing to make a firm decision. Clip. So when we reach the end of this hearing, the judge has a clear choice. Order structured support that guarantees the child's needs are met. Clip.
Support Court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge's case number JVB1084, Daniel's case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. All right, Mr. Clough,
Yes,
you're
Honor.
back.
All right, guys, settle in, because this courtroom is about to turn into a reality check. We have a father who's been holding everything together on his own for months, and a mother who has barely been present in her children's lives. The tension doesn't come from loud arguments at first. It comes from the things left unsaid, the weight of responsibility that's been sitting on one person's shoulders. Judge Vonda is here to separate excuses from truth, pride from reality, and performance from responsibility. Watch how quickly respect, tone, and honesty become the real currency in this room. Because in family court, it's not about who looks good, it's about who shows up for the children.
Except today, you're the petitioner. Looks like we found mom.
Finally found her.
Okay, finally found her. What can I do for you today?
Well, Your Honor, I'm here to get some justice. I think it's time that I get back what I've been giving out.
What do you mean by that?
Money. I've been giving so much money and she hasn't even been here.
Right.
You know?
Well, before we really get started, are the kids in the car with the dog again today?
Kids aren't in the car, Your Honor. The dog got hit, so he's in a doggy wheelchair.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that about the dog, but the kids are fine.
They are. They're with the neighbor.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. So, what's been going on? I mean, it's been a few months since I've seen you.
Right.
So, it looks like you were...
The moment the mother walks in, the energy shifts. The judge immediately notices attitude, eye contact, and tone. That matters here. Court is not social media. It's not a stage. When the mother rolls her eyes and directs comments toward the father instead of the judge, she signals disrespect toward the process. Judge Vonda shuts it down fast, reminding her that this is her first time showing up, after previously filing a case and then not attending. That fact alone damages credibility. Meanwhile, the father stays composed, respectful, focused. The judge is already beginning to evaluate who is acting like a parent in this moment and who is operating from ego. It's subtle, but powerful.
Here, back when you were here, they had a... Excuse me?
She just looking at me crazy.
I'll make it easier for you. You focus on me.
Right.
Don't excuse me.
Sorry, Judge.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it. This is your
He
first
gets my
time here
blood
today.
boilings.
And if I remember correctly, you filed the lawsuit on him previously and had the audacity not to show up. So you definitely need to pipe down.
Okay. I chose money though.
Okay, well, you may have, and we're going to get into that and see how much money you probably are going to be paying on child support, but we want to, oh my gosh.
You see? God don't like ugly.
Oh.
You know what? You talking about you?
God don't like ugly.
You know, this happens every now and then when the weather is bad outside.
No, it ain't
Things
the
happen
weather,
in
it's
court.
her. And that
Well, no,
evil
the weather
spirit
is bad
that she got.
outside.
You know what? Talk to the
Okay.
judge.
When the judge asks about the children, the father confirms they've been with him for 7 to 8 months. That is a long stretch of solo parenting. No shared pickups, no alternating weekends, just full responsibility. Then comes the emotional blow. The mother hasn't visited the kids during that time, but she has visited a man in jail. The father doesn't raise his voice. He simply states the facts. And those facts speak louder than any emotional defense could. The judge recognizes this instantly. Consistency, presence, and sacrifice weigh heavily in custody and support decisions. And right now, only one parent is showing a pattern of showing up.
Break none over here.
Okay, what she just said is right, all right? But I'm not agreeing with you in the sense that, you know what I mean? Let me tell him to be quiet and talk to me only.
I got
All right,
you, Judge.
Mr. Clough, continue. So, as I was saying, it's been a few months. So the kids have been with you, looks like it's been about 7 or 8 months now.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right? So in this 7 or 8 months, has mom been paying?
Have you been paying?
Well, no, that's
she
not how this
hasn't,
works.
Your Honor.
That's not how this works.
She hasn't been paying.
All right?
She has not been paying.
Has she at least been visiting with the children?
She hasn't visited the children, but she visited that man in jail that she ran off with.
Oh, the one that was in the car that you
In the
really couldn't
Cutlass,
see?
yeah.
The Cutlass. Oh, yeah, that's right,
Yeah, he got arrested not too long after I saw you for the PPP loan. Is that correct?
No.
That's how she got that.
Incorrect. That's incorrect.
This interaction reveals the core of the conflict. The father mentions the man the mother left with, referencing a past scene the judge remembers clearly. The judge recalls not only the person involved, but the circumstances, a PPP loan arrest. That detail implies instability. The courtroom isn't judging personal relationships. It's judging how those choices affect children. The mother's choices reflect a pattern, prioritizing lifestyle and companionship over stability and caregiving. Meanwhile, the father has continued parenting quietly, without drama. The judge isn't reacting emotionally. She's building a factual timeline. And the timeline shows imbalance.
What's that?
You know, from the last time. She got the booty in the booty.
What they call it something though.
Yeah, the BBL. She know.
Oh.
Why you telling my business?
People need to know.
People don't need to know nothing. That's for the gram.
Anyway, Your Honor.
I mean, I wanted to know, but you know, we're not here for that. We're not here for that. I'm not going to be petty. So, you are seeking to put mom on child support.
I am.
All right. And health insurance. Who's covering? Well, I would assume she's not. Are you covering health insurance? Are they on Medicaid? What's going on?
Well, I wasn't at first, but I got a promotion at work.
All right. Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
All right.
I made me a manager at the McDonald's, so I'm making a little bit more, and I was able to put 2 of the kids on insurance, but not all of them.
Okay.
Just can't cover that many. So.
All right. So the other ones, what are they doing?
Well, my other job kind of covers that as well.
Okay. All right. So at least all of the children are insured.
They are.
All right. How much is that insurance total for the kids only?
On McDonald's or the other job?
No, just in total.
It's about $350.
$350. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I think that's about it, Your Honor. Just ready to hold her.
Here, the judge brings the conversation back to structure, child support and health insurance. The father reveals he recently became a manager at McDonald's, a sign of progress and effort. He didn't just take care of the children. He improved his situation to support them better. That matters. That is responsibility in motion. He even got health insurance coverage for some of the kids through his new job and found another way to ensure the rest. He stretched himself so none of the children went without necessities. The judge acknowledges this calmly but clearly. This is what the law is built to reinforce. The parent who steps up is the parent who gets legal recognition.
Accountable.
Okay.
Boy.
Okay, Ms. Daniels.
Yes, Judge. Sorry.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Judge, I'm sorry.
Are you here to be pretty, or are you here to tell me your side of the story as to why you shouldn't pay child support today?
A little bit of both, Judge. But I'm
not interested in whether you're here to be pretty or not. That has nothing to do with my ruling. You understand it, right?
I do, Judge.
All right.
But
so
I should be pretty for you.
Well, let's stick to the facts. I could care less how you look.
Okay, Judge. Let's get to the facts.
Please do.
The fact
and quickly, without all the extra.
Not extra at all. The fact is, Judge, I had these children for 10 years before I put them on your doorstep. He was barely doing anything. That's why I petitioned the court, Judge.
Okay, well, here's the deal. You petitioned.
Yeah.
He showed up. You didn't. I dismissed
I had
it.
an opportunity, Judge. Had to take it.
Okay. And could you do me a favor? Could you, if you're going, I don't allow gum chewing, but if you don't have anywhere to put it, I would suggest you at least.
I'm good at that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you see.
What?
Mr. Clough, Ms. Daniels, continue, please.
Well, that's why I petitioned the court. I do apologize for.
When the mother finally speaks, the first thing she points to is how she had the kids for 10 years. That may be true, but the court does not operate on history alone. The law looks at current circumstances. She didn't show up to her previous hearing. She has not visited. She has not contributed financially. Even worse, she enters the courtroom with attitude rather than accountability. The judge senses deflection, a desire to rely on past effort to excuse present absence. But parenting is ongoing. The question is not who used to help, it's who is helping now. The judge will always return to that point.
Up, Judge, but let me tell you, I came up. You know.
Oh, let's talk about this come up. What kind of come up we talking about?
Well, Judge, I met a man who said he can change my life, Judge.
All right. So how financially, did he change this life of yours?
Not too much.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Clough.
I know.
Mr. Clough. We don't know. Let's hear her side of the story because I'm pretty sure she's going to say some interesting stuff about finances.
Judge, Clough don't know nothing. Listen, understand that I got at least, 6 figures in the bank.
Oh, okay.
Had 6 figures in the bank.
You said what now?
Mr. Clough. Again,
I'm not.
Excuse me, Miss Daniels. When I speak, both of you be quiet. Mr. Clough, there will be no more outbursts. Okay. I understand you both are frustrated. Emotions are high. But let me get through this hearing, okay? Because if I can't get through it, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reset it. And I know neither one of you want to pay for court parking again, right?
I don't.
When the mother says she came up, the courtroom pauses, because everyone knows what that means socially. A new man promised a better life. A new lifestyle looked exciting. But coming up only matters if your children come up with you. Instead, she left them behind. And the father's reaction shows how deep that wound runs. The judge doesn't scold her. She simply asks specific questions. How much money? From where? What source? The judge is testing consistency. If the story can't stand up under simple clarification, it won't hold legal weight. And here, the story is already cracking.
You don't want to take off your work, right?
Only one of us will be here.
Okay, but you want some sort of relief, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in order for me to do that, I have to hear the facts. Now, Ms. Daniels, again, continue.
So, like I said,
No, let me direct you really quick. You're getting ready to talk about these 6 figures you have in the bank.
I do.
All right, how much money we talking?
We talking about, 300-400. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit. Sorry.
I said no more outbursts.
I was coughing. I'm sorry.
It's true.
It's your allergies.
Yeah.
Handle that. You need some tissue?
No. No, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Daniels, that's what you have in the bank. How much money are you making annually?
Well, it kind of just depends on the year and how many promotions I get, how many companies want.
When the mother claims to have $300,000 to $400,000 stored away, the father reacts immediately, and the judge steps in before emotions explode. What the judge does next is key. She makes both parents be silent. She resets the courtroom. That shows control, but it also shows fairness. The mother was given the space to claim her financial reality. Now she must support it with evidence. If she cannot, the court defaults to the highest claimed income, because a claim in court is a statement of legal truth until disproven. Her casual exaggeration just became a financial liability.
Want to invest in me, so it just depends. Anywhere between.
When are you going to answer my question?
Judge, it's a difficult question for me because sometimes I can have a promotion that's $500, or I can have a promotion that's $50,000 plus. So,
Ms. Daniels, you know I don't have a lot of time, right? I have other cases I need to get here.
I do understand that.
Right, so you obviously came here to waste my time.
I didn't.
You did, because I asked you a very simple question. On average,
I have a simple answer.
On average,
How
much do you make in a year?
Judge, I'd like to say about maybe about 30 to 100K.
Okay, 30 to 100,000?
Yeah.
So we just gonna take the high end so we can keep this moving, because you came here to waste my time and I do not have time to play with you.
Oh my gosh, Judge.
And is this from an employer or are you self-employed? What do we do?
Self-employed.
All right.
I do influence.
When asked to state her annual income, the mother cannot provide a number. She explains fluctuating promotions, sponsorships, influencer deals. That tells the judge something critical. Her financial life is unstable, inconsistent, and not secured by long-term employment. The judge simplifies the situation, give an average. The mother can't. So the judge selects the highest estimate provided, $100,000. Courts do this intentionally. They rely on the highest credible figure when faced with ambiguity, because ambiguity often hides income. The mother's own vagueness just cost her, and she doesn't understand that yet.
You influence.
I influence the world.
You clearly aren't influencing. You said the world?
The world.
Well, that doesn't include these 5 children because you don't even go and see them, right?
It's just been the last couple months.
Well,
okay?
no, excuse me.
Yes, Judge.
You're influencing everyone but these children that you do not have anything to do with and you do not financially support. You said they were with you. Excuse me?
It's hot.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
It's getting hot.
She trying to show you what she had
The BBL?
done. Yeah.
I'm not interested in the BBL. Let me tell you what I'm about to do. I'm about to make these numbers go BBL, okay?
Judge, can I speak briefly?
Briefly. Make it quick.
Quickly, in the last few months, it has been a downtrend due to inflation and all that stuff. People aren't paying as much.
How much was your BBL?
I didn't pay for that.
How much was it? How much was it?
I mean, I got more than the BBL. I had tube sock titties, so I got the boobies, then I got the booty, and then I got all that. So he probably paid $35,000, $40,000.
$1,000?
Yeah, he did.
Oh
though.
yeah,
I
let
didn't-
me hurry up and get you out of here with these numbers.
but I didn't pay
You are
that.
about to pay child support. You have 5 children total.
The father quietly observes while the judge exposes a painful contradiction. The mother claims to influence the world, yet she does not influence her children's daily lives. Her online presence has outweighed her parental presence. Then the cost of the BBL and cosmetic surgeries comes up, $35,000 to $40,000. That alone shows access to resources. She didn't lack money. She lacked prioritization. The judge isn't judging the surgery. She's judging the choices tied to financial responsibility. Money went somewhere. It just didn't go to the children.
Or do you have other children outside of these 5 that are under the age of 18?
No, I don't.
Okay,
They're grown.
so just the 5 children, right?
Yes.
All right, so 5 children, that is going to be at the 40%. And you said health insurance was about $350, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So your child support, you're looking at monthly. So with your testimony being on the high end of $100,000, that's what I just based your child support off of. So, I mean, well, I was going to make it higher than that and do it like the $350,000. Then that would make you cap out. But
I think you should do that.
well,
No.
if I have to accept her testimony is true, but I don't really think that it's going to help her too much because her child support is still going to be pretty hefty. So I have your gross at $8,333.33. That brings your net to $6,512.07. So $6,512 times the 40%. That brings your child support amount to $2,604.
Is that a week, Your Honor? Or?
How often are you paid? Are you paid by the day? You paid by the month? How are you paid?
When Judge Vonda calculates child support, she does it with precision and neutrality. The income estimate leads to a child support amount of $2,954 per month. The mother reacts with shock. The father? He remains calm. That silence reveals everything. He's already been paying that price in real life. The mother wanted to change her lifestyle. Now the law is requiring her to support the lives she created. The court is not punishing her. It is restoring balance. Responsibility follows the child. Not the parents' feelings, not their social life, not their excuses. The children come first.
Is there anything further? All right, is there anything further that you want me to know that's related to this?
Judge, briefly about visitation. How does that work?
The kids are going to stay with him, and you guys are going to work that out at a
we don't get
different.
along very well, as you can see.
Well, obviously, but I mean, they need to stay with him and probably see you on weekends if you're so busy.
That's my busiest time, Judge. I can't do weekends. Maybe Monday to Tuesday.
Well, they go to school.
Right, and I'm at work.
Are you going to get them to school?
No.
I can't.
You can't get them to school.
She don't have a car.
You don't have a car?
She make all that
please.
money,
Oh, you a lie.
but ain't got no car.
You better go see the rose outside.
What kind of roses? I love roses. What color?
I just said rose, like rose gold color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because I know we weren't.
And that's where this case lands, with clarity, not chaos. The father continues custody because he has been present, stable, and committed. The mother must now contribute financially because children deserve support from both parents. The judge does not.